everyone. Today we will be talking about creating a PHP extension in Zig programming language. And why Zig? Because Zig has a really great interoperability with C. So you will be able to call any kind of C functions as if you will be calling Zig functions. So that's pretty much the reason. So if you need PHP extension, why not just use Zig? The only downside of that, Zig by design doesn't deal really well with C macros. They really want to get rid of them. They really want to make a lot of code accessible directly by the Zig compiler. So we will have to unwind some of the C macros manually. And unfortunate part is PHP internal development library relies heavily on C macros. So to simplify the process, at least to some degree, we will create a very simple C wrapper around the extension and we'll write the core of the extension in Zig. So this way we will be still able to use the PHP build tools as is without making any changes to anything. And we will still be able to use Zig. So I think it's a good compromise. And you may heard about Zig, I think, when Ban was released. I think this is the most successful project written in Zig so far. So Ban is like Node.js, but faster and with more features. So how do we do this? So first, we need our C code. So this is our C code wrapper. And you will need this kind of boilerplate no matter what PHP extension you will be working on. And the important part is this variable, my extension functions, which as you can see in the C header is external. So first we will compile Zig code and link it statically with the remaining C code. So this is our Zig file and it exports my extension function. So this is the same thing as here. So in the C world we declare it as extern, and in Zig we export it to a static library, and that's pretty much it. So this way we can avoid dealing with all those macros in Zig, and we will still be able to use PHP build system. And this is our function, the hello world function. It just prints hello from Zig, and it doesn't take any inputs, any outputs, nothing. You can expand it however much you want here actually, and you can add whatever features you want. We are in the Zig space, so you can use it the way you can just expand and add all the features you want. And this is our Zig build file. So we are building our extension, hello Zig, and those include paths. We need those include paths because we are actually including php.h in the Zig file. I took them from php config includes command, so if you invoke it, it just prints out all the locations with PHP libraries. So if you're feeling fancy, you can call that command in the build system, or you can just copy paste them as I did. Those two paths are relative to my system, so you also might want to change them. So now when I run Zig build, it will output a static library that we will link later with the C library. Okay, so Zig build, and you should see this file. So this is our extension. So now let's jump to PHP part. This is the config file. So PHP uses autotools for its build system. And this is also almost the default configuration file for writing a PHP extension. The only line I have added is PHP add library path, which points to the Zig output directory. And this name, my PHP extension, is the same as here in the Zig build system. So those things need to match. So now I will run phpice, which is a normal step in building PHP extensions, and configure and compile. So now we have the extension ready, and it's statically linked with our Zig code. So we do not need any external dependencies. So if we would like to test it, we can just inline modify the PHP configuration to load it. So it should point to the output extension, here modules, my PHP extension, and hello from Zig. So this hello from Zig is exactly this function that we exported from the Zig space. And this is it pretty much. So congratulations, now you have your PHP extension written in Zig. And whatever I said today, I also published on phpgoodness.com as an article, so you might want to take a look at that. You might also check out my other project, the Resonance Framework. I'm working on modern PHP framework with AI capabilities and such. So if you like it, you can leave it a star also. And this is it. So good luck writing your own extensions in Zig and PHP, and see you next time.